guys, so today I'm filming in baby Ezra's room. We're getting everything ready, so I thought I'd show you a tiny little peek, or his curtains at least. And today we're going to be talking about the immune system, again, specifically how the white blood cells travel through your body. We're starting to wrap this unit up, so we're going to discuss the vessels that they travel through and all of that fun stuff, so stay tuned. Okay, so we're going to start off by talking about where white blood cells come from. So all blood cells, including white blood cells, originate in the bone marrow. That's the soft tissue inside of your bones. I've drawn a little graphic here for you, but inside the marrow are what we call stem cells, and these manufacture white blood cells along with other tissue. So I've drawn a little example. So inside the bone, you have the bone marrow. That's inside your bone. Inside the bone marrow are stem cells, and those stem cells create white blood cells, which is what we're talking about today, red blood cells, and platelets, which we'll talk about more in the future. So all of these come from stem cells, which come from the bone marrow. Now, remember we talked about the difference between T cells and B cells. These are the superheroes, and the B cells like to create the antibodies. So these take different paths within the immune system. So both of them start off in the bone marrow, right? Remember, the stem cells create both of these. The B cells are happy to stay there. They mature there, they grow there, they don't feel the need to move. The T cells are more adventurous. So they go from the bone marrow to the thymus, that's behind the sternum, and that's where they mature. I've drawn this little cartoon for you guys to try to help demonstrate what happens next. So, both the white blood cells and red blood cells start off traveling through your arteries. Remember, we learned about that when we went over the cardiovascular system. However, eventually they part ways, and the white blood cells take their own path. So here are the red blood cells in the arteries, and here are the white blood cells taking their own path through the lymphatic vessels. So see this T cell saying adios to the lymphatic vessels. This fluid that they travel on through the lymphatic vessels, which remember they're little tubes in your body just like your arteries, this fluid is called lymph. It's actually, that comes from the Latin word for water. So then they take a separate path onto the lymphatic system. And the lymphatic system is just another word really for your immune system. You'll hear it referred to as your immune system more than your lymphatic system. But it's the system that circulates lymph through the body. It's very similar to the cardiovascular system. Remember, we learned about that last cycle. They're both a huge network of tubes in which fluids move. But your lymphatic system is what's going to be moving those white blood cells through your body. So how are they different? Well, for your cardiovascular system, as you remember last cycle, we learned that the heart pumps the blood through the body. So the heart pumping is what sets them on their path. With the lymphatic systems, it's actually your muscles contracting that are going to move that fluid throughout the body. So things like walking and exercise are really good for your immune system because it gets your muscles contracting. So the more you walk, the more you exercise, the better shape your immune system is going to be in. Now, we'll discuss this a little bit more together in person. This is a little bit of a short lesson today because I really wanted you to focus on the path that the white blood cells take. So we'll talk about that more in person, but if you have any questions or concerns before then you can always message me. Otherwise, I'll see you next time.